Escadaria Selarón, also known as the Selaron Steps, is a set of world-famous steps in Rio de Janeiro. They are the work of Chilean-born artist Jorge Selarón, who claimed it as "my tribute to the Brazilian people." In 1990, Selarón began renovating dilapidated steps that ran along the front of his house. At first, neighbors mocked him for his choice of colors as he covered the steps in fragments of blue, green and yellow tiles, the colors of the Brazilian flag. It started out as a side project to his main passion, painting, but soon became an obsession. He found he was constantly out of money, so Selarón sold paintings to fund his work. It was long and exhausting work, but he continued on and eventually covered the entire set of steps in tiles, ceramics and mirrors. Running from Joaquim Silva Street and Pinto Martins Street, there are 215 steps measuring 125 meters, 135 yards, long, which are covered in over 2,000 tiles collected from over 60 countries around the world. No sooner than one section of the steps was finished, Selarón started work on another section, constantly changing it so that it was an ever-evolving piece of art. Selarón considered the work as never complete and claimed that this crazy and unique dream will only end on the day of my death. Originally, tiles for the work were scavenged from various construction sites and piles of urban waste found on the Rio streets. But in later years, most of the tiles were donated by visitors from all around the world. Of the 2,000 plus tiles, 300 odd were hand-painted by Selarón depicting a pregnant African woman. Selarón didn't comment on this except to say that it was a personal problem from my past. Jorge Selarón was born in Chile in 1947. He traveled, lived and worked as a painter and sculptor in over 50 countries around the world before arriving and deciding to settle in Rio de Janeiro in 1983. He began painting the steps on a whim in 1990. Selarón was found dead on January 10, 2013, on the famous Lapa steps. His body was found with burn marks.